Michael had not heard his father's voice in 10 years. Not one phone call, not one message, not even a birthday wish. Then, one cold morning, his phone rang. Michael looked at the screen, and suddenly, he could not breathe. The name on the screen was Dad. Michael stared at the phone. The phone kept ringing. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Michael did not answer. He just looked at the name. Dad. He had not seen that name on his phone in 10 years. Michael was 42 years old. He had a good job, a beautiful house, a comfortable life. But there was one thing he never talked about: his father. People sometimes asked, "Are you close to your family?" Michael always gave the same answer: "Yes." Then he changed the subject. But the truth was different. Michael had not spoken to his father for 10 years. And now, his father was calling. The phone stopped ringing. Michael looked at the screen. The call was gone. He took a deep breath. Then, the phone rang again. Michael's hands began to shake. He wanted to answer, but he was afraid of hearing his father's voice, afraid of hearing the words, "Hello, son," afraid of feeling something. Michael looked at the phone. Then he whispered, "Why now?" The phone stopped ringing again. Michael put the phone on the table. He walked to the kitchen. He made coffee, but he could not drink it. He sat down. He looked at the phone. 5 minutes passed, then 10. Then a message arrived. Michael opened it. There were only 6 words. "Son, I don't have much time." Michael stopped breathing. He read the message again and again. He wanted to call back, but something stopped him. Anger. For 10 years, Michael had been angry. He remembered his father leaving. He remembered the last conversation. He remembered his father's words, "I will call you tomorrow." But his father never called. Michael had waited. 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, then 1 year. After that, he stopped waiting. Michael believed he had forgotten his father. But that morning, he understood something. He had not forgotten. He had simply learned how to live with the pain. The phone rang again. Michael looked at the screen. This time, he answered. For a few seconds, there was silence. Then Michael heard a weak voice. "Michael!" Michael closed his eyes. It was his father. The same voice. Older now. Tired. But it was still his father. Michael wanted to speak, but no words came out. Then his father said, "Son." Michael held the phone tightly, and finally, his father whispered, "I'm sorry." Michael did not say anything. He just listened. His father was breathing slowly. "Michael." Michael finally spoke. "Yes." His voice was cold. His father was silent. Then he said, "I know I don't deserve your time." Michael looked at the kitchen wall. He wanted to say something. He wanted to say, "You're right." But he said nothing. His father continued, "I have thought about calling you many times. Michael closed his eyes. Why didn't you? The question came out quickly. His father was quiet. Michael could hear him breathing. Then his father said, "Because I was afraid." Michael opened his eyes. Afraid of what? Afraid that you would not answer. Michael laughed. It was not a happy laugh. You were afraid? Yes. Michael stood up. He walked to the window. For 10 years, he had imagined this conversation. He had imagined his father calling. He had imagined shouting. He had imagined asking, "Why did you leave?" But now, his father was on the phone, and Michael did not know what to say. His father spoke again. "I know you are angry." Michael looked outside. "Yes. I know I hurt you. Yes. I know I was not a good father." Michael looked down. His eyes became wet. "Why did you leave?" There was silence. A long silence. Michael almost thought the call had ended. Then his father answered, "Because I thought you hated me." Michael's face changed. "What? I thought you hated me." Michael shook his head. "Why would you think that?" His father took a deep breath. "Because of the last thing you said to me." Michael froze. The last conversation. He remembered it clearly. He was 32 years old. He was angry, very angry. His father had made a mistake. A big mistake. Michael had shouted, "I don't need you anymore." Then his father had looked at him and said, "One day you will understand." Michael had walked away. He had never turned back. Michael put his hand over his face. He remembered those words. "I don't need you anymore." His father spoke softly. "Michael." "Yes. I believed you." Michael closed his eyes. His father continued, "I thought you really didn't need me." Michael sat down. His whole body felt weak. For 10 years, Michael had believed his father abandoned him. But now, he was hearing a different story. Michael whispered, "Why didn't you come back?" His father answered, "Because you told me not to." Michael opened his eyes. "I never said that." His father became quiet. Then he said, "You did." Michael felt confused. "What did I say?" His father spoke very slowly. "You said, 'Don't come back.'" Michael stopped breathing. Suddenly, Michael remembered. He remembered the night. He remembered the anger. He remembered his own voice. And for the first time in 10 years, Michael realized something. Maybe his father had not left him. Maybe Michael had pushed him away. Michael sat quietly. He did not know what to say. His father was still on the phone. "Michael." Michael finally spoke. "I remember." His father was silent. "I remember what I said." Michael looked down. "I was angry. I know. I didn't mean it." His father took a slow breath. "But you said it." Michael closed his eyes. Yes. For 10 years, Michael had blamed his father. He had told himself the same story. "My father left me." But now, A different truth was beginning to appear. Maybe his father had left because Michael had asked him to. Michael stood up. He walked to the living room. On the wall, there was an old photograph. Michael looked at it. It was a picture of him and his father. Michael was 20 years old. His father was smiling. They were standing beside an old car. Michael remembered that day. His father had helped him buy the car. Michael had no money. His father had worked extra hours. He had saved for months. Michael had forgotten that. Or maybe he had chosen to forget. His father spoke again. Michael. Yes. I don't want to disturb your life. Michael looked at the photograph. Then why did you call me? His father was silent. Then he said, because I wanted to hear your voice. Michael felt something break inside him. His father continued, I know I don't have the right to ask for anything. Please don't say that. Why? Michael looked at the old photograph. Because you are my father. His father became quiet. Michael sat on the floor. He had not cried in years. But now, tears were falling down his face. His father whispered, I miss you, son. Michael covered his mouth. He wanted to say, I miss you too, but the words were difficult. So he said, I remember you. His father started crying. Michael could hear him. For a few minutes, neither of them spoke. They just cried. Together. After 10 years of silence, they were finally crying together. Then Michael asked, Where are you? His father answered, At home. Are you alone? Yes. Michael looked at the clock. It was 8 in the morning. He stood up. I am coming. His father became quiet. What? I'm coming. Michael. I said I'm coming. His father started to cry again. Michael picked up his keys. Then he stopped. He looked at the photograph. And suddenly, he remembered one more thing. The last time he saw his father had tried to say something. But Michael had walked away. Michael looked at the phone. Dad. Yes. What were you trying to say that night? His father did not answer immediately. Then he whispered, I wanted to tell you that I was sick. Michael froze. Michael stopped moving. What? His father took a deep breath. I was sick. Michael held the phone tightly. What do you mean? I had a serious illness. Michael felt cold. When? 10 years ago. Michael closed his eyes. How serious? His father was silent. Then he said, The doctors did not know how much time I had. Michael sat down again. His mind was spinning. Why didn't you tell me? His father gave a weak laugh. You were angry. I was your son. I know. Why didn't you call me? His father was quiet. Then he said, Because you told me not to come back. Michael felt tears in his eyes. I didn't mean it. I know that now. But you didn't know then. No. Michael put his hand over his face. For 10 years, He had believed his father did not care, but his father had been sick and alone. Michael whispered, "Are you still sick?" His father did not answer. Michael stood up. "Dad, I'm here. Are you still sick?" His father took a long breath. "Yes." Michael felt his heart beat faster. "How long have you been sick?" 10 years. Michael closed his eyes. 10 years. Yes. Michael looked at the door. He wanted to run. He wanted to get to his father immediately. But there was one question he needed to ask. "Dad." "Yes." "How much time do you have?" His father was silent. Michael waited. Then his father answered, "I don't know." Michael could not speak. His father continued, "But the doctors say, they say I may not have much time." Michael sat down. The room became completely silent. Then his father said, "Michael, please don't feel guilty." Michael started crying. "Don't tell me not to feel guilty." "Why?" "Because I should have called." His father became quiet. Michael continued, "I should have visited." "Michael, I should have listened." "Son, I was angry." His father spoke softly. "Yes." Michael looked at the phone. "Do you hate me?" There was a long silence. Then his father answered, "No." Michael closed his eyes. "Why not?" His father took a deep breath. "Because I am your father." Michael cried. His father continued, "And because I made mistakes too." Michael looked up. "What mistakes?" His father laughed softly. "Many." "Tell me." "Another day." Michael stopped. "Why?" His father said, "Because I want to tell you in person." Michael looked at his keys. "I am coming now." His father became quiet. Then he asked, "Michael." "Yes." "Do you really want to come?" Michael looked at the old photograph on the wall. Then he answered, "Yes, Dad." His father started crying. Michael grabbed his coat. He opened the front door. But before he left, his phone rang again. Michael looked at the screen. It was not his father. It was his boss. Michael stared at the phone. The call continued, and for the first time in his life, Michael had to choose. Michael looked at his phone. His boss was calling. The call continued. Michael knew why. There was an important meeting that morning. A meeting he had prepared for months. A meeting that could change his career. Michael looked at the phone. Then he looked at the door. His father was waiting. Michael closed his eyes. The phone stopped ringing. A few seconds later, a message arrived. "Where are you?" Michael looked at the message. He took a deep breath. Then he sent one sentence. "I cannot come to work today." His boss replied immediately, "Michael, this meeting is extremely important." Michael looked at the screen. His finger moved slowly. Then he typed, "My father needs me." He sent the message. For the first time in 10 years, Michael chose his father. He put the phone in his pocket. Then he left. The drive took almost 3 hours. Michael drove in silence. He looked at the road, but his mind was somewhere else. He remembered being a child, his father teaching him how to ride a bicycle, his father running behind him. "Don't look back," his father had shouted. "Keep going." Michael smiled. Then he remembered another memory. His father waiting outside school. Michael was 17 years old. He was angry. He had said, "Stop treating me like a child." His father had smiled. "One day you will miss it." Michael laughed quietly. "You're right, Dad." After 3 hours, Michael arrived at his father's house. He parked the car. Then he sat inside for a moment. He was afraid. He had imagined this moment for 10 years. Now it was finally happening. Michael opened the car door. He walked to the front door. He raised his hand. Then he stopped. He looked at the door. His hand began to shake. What if his father looked different? What if he was too sick? What if the conversation became uncomfortable? Michael almost walked away. Then he remembered his father's voice. "I wanted to hear your voice." Michael knocked. No answer. He knocked again. "Dad." Silence. Michael felt afraid. "Dad." He tried the door. It was unlocked. Michael opened it. The house was quiet. Too quiet. "Dad." He walked inside. He looked around. The house was exactly as he remembered. Old furniture, family photographs, a small wooden table. Then Michael saw something. On the table, there was an envelope. His name was written on it. Michael slowly picked it up. The envelope was old, very old. He opened it. Inside, there was a letter. Michael began to read, and the first sentence made his entire body freeze. "Michael, if you are reading this, I am already gone." Michael stopped reading. He looked around the house. "Dad." There was no answer. Michael read the letter again. "Michael, if you are reading this, I am already gone. I am sorry. I wanted to tell you everything, but I was afraid. I was afraid that you would hate me. I was afraid that you would look at me and see a weak old man. But there is something you need to know. I never stopped loving you. Not for one day. Not even when you told me to leave. Not even when you stopped calling. Every year, I bought you a birthday gift. I never sent them. I kept them here. Maybe one day you would come back." Michael stopped reading. He looked at the room. Then he saw something. A small wooden cabinet. Michael walked toward it. He opened the door. Inside, there were boxes. Many boxes. Michael took the first one. There was a date on it. His birthday. Michael opened it. Inside was a watch. Michael remembered that watch. He had wanted it when he was a teenager. His father had promised to buy it, but Michael had forgotten. Michael opened another box. Inside was a book. Another box. Pair of headphones. Another. A photograph. Michael sat on the floor. He opened every box. His father had remembered everything, every birthday, every year. For 10 years, Michael had believed his father had forgotten him. But his father had never forgotten him. Michael began to cry. He held the old photograph against his chest. Then he saw one more envelope. It was different. The words were written by hand. "Open this last." Michael opened it. The letter was short. "Michael, I know you will feel guilty. Please don't. I made my choices. You made yours. But we still have one thing. The truth. And the truth is, I was always waiting for you. Even when I said I wasn't. Even when I was angry. Even when I was afraid. I was waiting. I don't know if you will arrive in time. But if you do, please sit beside me. You don't need to say anything. Just stay. Love, Dad." Michael dropped the letter. He stood up quickly. "Dad." He ran through the house. He opened every door. Then he saw the bedroom. The door was slightly open. Michael pushed it and stopped. His father was lying in bed. His eyes were closed. Michael walked closer. "Dad." His father did not move. Michael took another step. "Dad." Then his father's eyes opened. He looked at Michael. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then his father smiled. "You're late." Michael began to cry. He walked to the bed and held his father's hand. "I'm sorry." His father looked at him. "Me too." Michael shook his head. "No." His father squeezed his hand. "Michael." "Yes." "You're here." Michael looked at him. His father smiled. "That's enough." Michael sat beside his father. For a long time, neither of them spoke. Michael held his father's hand. Felt weak. But it was warm. "Dad." "Yes." "Why didn't you tell me?" His father looked at the ceiling. "I was ashamed." "Of what?" "Of being sick." Michael looked at him. "You were my father." His father smiled. "I wanted to be strong for you." Michael shook his head. "You didn't have to be strong." His father looked at him. "What did I have to be?" Michael answered, "My father." His father's eyes became wet. Michael continued, "I didn't need money. I didn't need advice. I just needed you." His father closed his eyes. "I'm sorry." Michael squeezed his hand. "Me too." His father looked at him. "Do you remember the last thing you said to me?" Michael looked down. "Yes." "What did you say?" Michael took a deep breath. "I said I didn't need you." His father smiled sadly. "You were angry." "I know." "You were young." "I was 32." His father laughed softly. "Still young." Michael laughed too. For the first time, they laughed together in 10 years. Then his father became serious. "Michael." "Yes." "Are you happy?" Michael did not answer. His father looked at him. "Michael." "I don't know." His father smiled. "That's an honest answer." Michael looked at him. "I have a good life." "I know." I have money. I know. I have a good job. I know. Michael looked down. But I don't know if I am happy. His father was quiet. Then he said, "Do you know what I learned?" Michael looked at him. "What?" "People think they are afraid of dying." Michael listened. "But most people are afraid of something else." "What?" His father looked at him. Realizing they never truly lived, Michael felt tears in his eyes. His father continued, "Don't make my mistake." Michael looked at him. "What mistake?" "Waiting." Michael held his hand tighter. "Waiting for what?" His father smiled. "For the perfect time." Michael closed his eyes. His father whispered, "There is no perfect time, son." The room became quiet. Then his father looked at Michael. "Can you do something for me?" "Anything. Call your mother." Michael froze. "My mother?" His father nodded. "Yes." Michael looked confused. "Why?" His father smiled. "Because she is waiting too." Michael stared at him. Then his father said something that Michael never expected to hear. "She has been waiting for you for 12 years. Michael looked at his father. "Mom?" His father nodded. "Yes." Michael felt confused. "I thought she left." His father looked away. "She did." "Why?" His father was quiet. Then he said, "Because of me." Michael stared at him. "What do you mean?" His father took a deep breath. "I was proud." Michael said nothing. "I thought I was always right." His father looked at Michael. "Your mother tried to talk to me, but I did not listen." Michael felt a pain in his chest. His father continued, "One day, she left. She told me to call her when I learned how to listen." Michael looked down. "Did you call her?" His father smiled sadly. "No." "Why?" "Because I was waiting for her to call me." Michael closed his eyes. His father whispered, "I wasted 12 years." Michael looked at him. "Do you know where she is?" His father nodded. "Yes." "Where?" His father gave Michael a piece of paper. There was an address. Michael looked at it. Then he looked at his father. "Why are you telling me this now?" His father smiled. "Because I don't want you to become me." Michael looked at the address. His father held his hand. "Go." Michael began to cry. "Dad." "Go." "What if she doesn't want to see me?" His father smiled. "Then listen." Michael looked at him. "Just listen." Michael stood up. He hugged his father. It was the first time in 10 years. His father held him tightly. Neither of them spoke. They just stood there. Then Michael whispered, "I love you." His father closed his eyes. "I know." Michael pulled away. He looked at his father. "Promise me you will be here when I come back." His father smiled. "I will try." Michael laughed through his tears. "That's not a promise." His father looked at him. "Then come back quickly." Michael nodded. He left the house. He drove to the address. His hands were shaking. He stopped outside a small house. For a long time, he sat in the car. Then he got out. He walked to the door. He knocked. A woman opened the door. Michael looked at her. She looked older, but he knew her immediately. "Mom!" The woman stopped breathing. Michael began to cry. "I know I am late." His mother looked at him. She did not say anything. Michael continued, "I am sorry." Still, she said nothing. Michael looked down. Then he whispered, "I don't need you to forgive me." His mother finally spoke. "What do you need?" Michael looked into her eyes. "I need you to know that I never stopped loving you." His mother began to cry. Then she opened the door. Michael walked inside, and for the first time in 12 years, he came home. Sometimes we think people leave us. Sometimes we are the ones who push them away. And sometimes we spend years waiting for the perfect moment to say, "I'm sorry," but the perfect moment may never come. So if there is someone you love, call them. If you miss someone, tell them. If you made a mistake, say sorry. Because one day you may discover the phone is no longer ringing, and you may wish you had answered sooner. Thank you for listening. Now, tell me in the comments, who would you call today?